Do you want to make your Sylvaneth stand out on the tabletop? In this video I'm going to show you a way to paint Sylvaneth that is quick, easy and sure to garner attention. Now I know that this paint scheme is not really anything new, you've probably seen pictures of it on the internet over the years, and it is one of the first schemes that I tried painting. But one thing that I have noticed is I've not really seen any videos going into how to really paint it. But after the announcement of the new WILDFIRE model, I've been itching to try out this scheme once again. So let's get started. My first step in this process was to prime my model with black surface primer from Vallejo. I applied this using an airbrush, but any rattle can would work fine. I then applied Skaven Blight Dinge using a dry brush. Dry brushing is going to do a lot of the work for us in this case, as we want the wood to look a little bit charred. I am working in circular motions here just to make sure I have a decent coating of this colour. This was then repeated using Dawnstone from Citadel. Now I tried to focus my strokes downward and also using a lighter touch. I don't want to completely cover all of the last layer. And because the model and the base exist within the same world, I'm going to apply this to the base also. Our final highlight for the wood comes in the form of a very light dry brushing of Ulthuan Grey. Once again, I'm going to focus and apply this in a downward motion, and this is going to represent areas that have burned completely and been covered in ash. As you can see, in just 3 simple steps we have created what I believe to be something that is quite convincing. And even though I am still working quite slowly, it has only taken us about 10-15 minutes. I then created a pin wash using some white oil paints, just the cheap brand, and a lot of odourless thinner. The thinner is going to work really well here, as it is going to seep into all the cracks where I want it. I've now moved over to the spray booth, but don't worry, these steps could easily be replicated with more dry brushing. It would just take you a little bit longer. Using a very low pressure, I applied Liquitex white ink to the main body of the model as well as on the tips of the claws. After thoroughly cleaning my airbrush, I applied Gryph-hound orange to all the areas I have just painted. I'm not worrying here with overspray, as this is going to help solidify that glowing effect. Because I want the model to seem like it's glowing, I am going to go ahead and spray a little extra onto the base. Once everything was fully dry, I returned to the white ink and painted almost in a zenithal over the main body, and once again at the very edges of the tips of the claws. I then applied Bad Moon Yellow contrast paint to all the areas that I've just coated in white, but I am this time taking care to avoid overspray. Up to this point I've probably spent, if you don't include cleaning the airbrush, about 30 minutes on this model, which for me is actually quite quick, but I felt I needed to push it a little bit further with some Ice Yellow from AK Interactive. Because I'm now painting on a smaller area, namely the eyes and edge of the claws, I treated myself to some magnifiers, the link to which will be in the description, and if you buy them I will get a little bit of kickback at no extra cost to you. Just want to say that this is not sponsored, but they have actually helped me paint the eyes and made everything a little bit easier. So if you do want a pair, go and follow the link in the description. And just like that, the model is now finished, so let's take a look at the glamour shots. This scheme, in my opinion, is fairly quick and easy and could be very well suited to batch painting. But do be sure to share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video.